Hello, mate. When was the last time that you had an argument with someone and you actually won that argument? Because imagine this, if you're having an argument with someone, even if you convince them that they're wrong and you're right, that person walking out is never going to see you as a friend again. They're going to see you as a tension kind of raiser, as a person who's making the conflict. My father told me that I shouldn't be arguing with people because even if I don't agree to what they say, by just saying that they're right, and just leaving, it's much easier because you cannot change someone's ideas about the whole life and the system and the whole education that they had and the whole parenting that they had in one conversation. It's nearly impossible to do such because even if you win that kind of argument and that kind of discussion, you lose that person, the connection that you had. Just think about it. Not just by proving them wrong, but truly changing how they think, how they feel about you. That's exactly what I'm saying. Almost never you can win the argument because everybody is attacking each other based on the ego. They want to be right. I've been there. I wanted to be right, but the more I was convincing them, the more I feel like I'm losing the connection. And I was like, screw this. I'm not gonna even try to do it anymore. So most arguments are useless. Not because you're wrong, but because people don't change just in a discussion. They don't change their mind like that. You think that you're having a logical discussion, but you're actually fighting someone's identity, their beliefs, their upbringing, their childhood, their experiences, everything. All compressed into one opinion, and you think you can change that in 10 minutes. It doesn't work like that. I don't think so. Let me say this actually clearly, make it very transparent for you guys. You cannot reprogram someone's life in a single conversation. Trust me, I tried and it didn't work out. So I changed my kind of strategy. When someone strongly believes into a specific thing, it's not just information, it's part of who they are, it's part of their identity. So when you challenge it, they get defensive. They don't hear the logic, they feel that they have been attacked and they don't like it. Put yourself in their shoes. This is called the ego defense. The brain's job is not to find the truth, it's to protect the identity. So when you argue, you're not having a discussion, you're triggering a defense mode from them. You say, I think you're wrong. They hear, you're stupid. So to them, it's a complete different thing. You say something, but they get something else. And that's where it kind of gets a little bit difficult. So, so what do they do? What do you think? What would you do if you were in that position? You would defend, right? You would defend harder. So the more you argue, the less they listen. And now here's the crazy part actually. Even if you win the argument, you lose that person. Because now they see you as arrogant, as aggressive, as disrespectful, as someone who might be right, but they don't like that kind of character. You're not gonna like someone who comes in front of you and says something that you don't do right. Like imagine this, you go to a gym and there is a personal trainer. The personal trainer will come to you the first time and say, hey, you're doing it wrong. This is the way you should do it. You wouldn't feel good. You would feel like the student, it happens very common actually in the gym. The student will not sign up for second class because that trainer doesn't know what the hell they're doing. The right trainer, it's not about training, it's about psychology. Is that they would have a nice connection with the person. They would, okay, calmly and kindly say, okay, do this, and say, okay, you can do it like that, that's better. It's not what you say, it's how you say and how they feel. Look, I don't at the moment have connection with that trainer of mine, but a few years ago, I went to a gym and I found a guy, he had a six pack. Great guy. Sajjad was his name, by the way. He had a six pack. He has the biggest mustache you can ever see. If you see his mustache, you cannot unsee it. It's like the biggest, craziest mustache is like that. And everybody was looking at him because he was very different. And I was like, man, he should be arrogant. And I went to that gym for so long, it was part of a swimming pool. I started talking to him. I realized that he's a very sweet guy. And he was really kind. He was really gentle in a way that he also invited me to his wedding. I went to his wedding with my family. Such a such a beautiful character he had. Very kind, very gentle, very nice. It's like when you did something a mistake. Like I didn't know. In the gym, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But he was really cool. He saw what I did and slowly came to me and said, "Okay, look at me when I do it. This is the proper way of doing it." And he wasn't really like aggressive. He said, "Okay, you can take the rest. Try to look at it as a game, so you enjoy it. What do you eat? What is your diet?" He gave me a really good diet. He said, "Okay, eat these." Very calm person. I like the feeling that he gave to me. He said, "Okay, eat these. Spend a little bit more money. Get shrimp, get fish, get good things into your body. Take these supplements. Sleep really good. These are good for your body. And when you train, the most important thing is also sleeping." It wasn't the product he was selling. It was the way he was delivering it. I also had another friend that we became friends in a swimming kind of competition. This guy that I'm saying, he was Armenian. He was a bodybuilder, also much bigger than the other guy that I said. The first guy, Sajjad, was quite short. This guy was much taller than him, but he was aggressive. He trained me, I think, 2 sessions in the gym, but he was really angry. He said, "Hey, don't do it like that. Do it like this. You stupido." And I was like, "Man, this guy, I not gonna be able to really keep on doing." And I didn't go to the gym anymore. I canceled the subscription of the gym. I canceled everything. Fun enough, I didn't even pay him anything because he just was a friend of mine. But it was like he didn't know how to deliver a message. You see, the same concept when it's delivered by mistake is completely different. So when you do it in a friendly way, they feel a different way. But if you attack them and say, "Hey, this is wrong, you should do it like that," the other person understand that it's wrong, but they don't like the feeling, and we would react based on the feeling, and you would reconsider it, and you would be like, I didn't like how that person made me feel, the reaction, and it's disrespectful. So, as a story, I just tried to elaborate for you guys. So, winning an argument also doesn't build the respect, it destroys the connection. And so what should you do instead? This is where it gets really powerful. You don't argue. You just, when someone disagrees, instead of fighting, you just say, "Yeah, I see your point. You might be right." But just be calm and be persuasive with them so they like you as a character, as a person. Now watch what happens. Their guard drops significantly and instantly. The tension disappears and suddenly they open up. And because people don't resist the truth, they resist the pressure. Remove the pressure and the conversation actually changes. So instead of, "No, you're wrong," say, "Interesting, I never thought about it like that. Maybe you're right, actually." This is actually a very important thing that I learned a long time ago from my mentor. He said, if you want someone to like guide you properly and they come to you and say that you're making a mistake, don't become defensive. It changed exactly my life. He said, don't become defensive. Tell them that, okay, you're right. What would you do if you were me? You see, that question would change them from an enemy into your friend. They would put themselves in your shoes and they would exactly tell you what you should do. And they would cooperate with you from that moment on. You say, okay, perhaps I'm struggling, perhaps what I'm doing is not exactly the right thing. You seem resourceful, and what would you do if you were me? Because I think that's a good idea to try that. And they, 100% of the time, people when they feel like they're going to be hurt, they give you a nice kind of gesture. They give you the nice kind of compliments. I'm the same. If someone comes to me and say, "Hey, Momo, how can I do this? Can you guide me properly?" If they talk to me in a proper way and I feel positive about them, I would help them. I would say, "Okay, yeah. If I were you, I would have done these things, and these things would happen, and I would be doing these." And they would be like, "Okay, yeah, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I would try. Thank you for your time." You see, a small kind of word phrasing would change the whole conversation. So uh, that's how it works. You shouldn't be loud. You shouldn't be like aggressive. You should be trying to maintain the right kind of moment. And here's the real power. You choose where your energy actually goes. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every comment deserves your response. Not every message you receive would need you to reply to them. You can sometimes ignore them. Not every disagreement, not every disagreement actually deserves your time. Sometimes the other person is stupid. And maturity is knowing when you stay silent. Because most arguments are not about the truth, they're about the ego. The other person would like to feel that they're in the power and they feel that they're hurt. And if you're constantly arguing, you're playing the wrong game. So, next time someone disagrees with you, just pause for a second, smile, and just think. Think for a second. Why did I get dark here? Let's just see. Okay, I think that's great. And think and say, is this worth even the time and energy? Most of the time, it's not worth it. Most of the time, you should just ignore it, you should drop it. And my father actually, he has given me some really interesting ideas. He told me that, hey, the silence has a lot of meanings, but the words have one meaning. If you say something to someone, that phrase has one meaning. But if you stay silent, your silence can mean many different things. They can look at it as arrogance, they can look at it as you're mad at them, they're gonna be confused. So sometimes give some people the silent treatment. Don't reply, just see how they would react. And he told me that don't argue with stupid people because from far away, it's difficult to say you're stupid or they're stupid. The viewers that are right there would see two people arguing, two idiots. So by participating in a stupid kind of conversation, you're accepting that you're stupid. There was also another kind of image that there were two cows near a crocodile. And the first cow was saying that this is a crocodile. The second was saying that no, this is a trunk, this is a piece of a tree. But the first one was saying no, this is crocodile. See, was hitting the crocodile. The second one was saying no, this is just a tree. So long story short, the first one jumped in the water and say look, and he hit the crocodile, and the crocodile ate the cow. The first one that knew that it was the crocodile and said, see, it's a crocodile. And the second one was like, oh, okay, it's a crocodile. You see, the first one got like completely out of existence just to proving his point. So this is a very stupid kind of idea. Why would you do that? If the other person is stupid, just ignore them. Just go with someone who's smarter than you. So it's not worth it because look, we don't waste the energy. We use it wisely. And by the way, if you like our kind of content, subscribe to your channel and let me know in the comments what you guys think, which part actually you like the most. And this video is also a very good one. Give us a thumbs up. It helps us to understand that you guys like this content. Also for you guys free, where you can help the algorithm to recommend our channel and grow to a bigger kind of channel. We have a goal of increasing the subscribers, so feel free to subscribe to us and comment down below which parts you believe was the best and what you guys think. And yeah, on to the next one.